The closest one is a 1/7 scale by Kotobukiya, which I pre-ordered and will review when the time comes. Oh no, that's a bit long overdue, isn't it? So before jumping onto the actual figure itself, let's talk about the company, Kotobukiya. This was my 5th purchase from the company and my second 1/7 after Shinjuku Ultra Pentagon, the rest being 1/8. Kotobukiya is on the lower side of pricing for scale figures, barring only the recent release of Ultra Ruler and Nazuna, which did pass through the 20k yen threshold. Honestly, the company pricing did reflect the quality of the product, so I cannot justify dropping that amount of money. I'll probably wait to see if the price will drop in the aftermarket, which tends to happen a lot for Kotobukiya figures. The aftermarket can be pretty varied. It can drop really low like what happened to their Jujutsu Kaisen skills, or we can get the Art Effects Jumeko Jabami case, which went for triple its original price. This had a lot to do with Kotobukiya's practice of releasing their figures way ahead of its competitors, so they tend to go with a design that is simple yet really screams the character they are portraying. However, when other companies release their version of the same character, these figures will get overshadowed, leading to a low aftermarket. If that scenario did not happen, we will get the Jabami case. A lot of people are discontent with the freeing version and Kakegurui never gets more figures after that. This situation gets worse because unlike the Okarisu that has a lot more stable aftermarket, Jabami never gets a re-release. I doubt the same will happen to the Sumi figure, but hey, I'm playing safe here. Despite Rental Girlfriend being popular enough to get a 3rd season, we didn't see anyone other than Chizuru get a merch boost. Ruka gets a skill by Broccoli and Mami gets nothing because that's what she deserves. No, stop pointing the freaking figures, they ruined the premise for my joke. We can tell the cost cut from the box alone, being a very thin cardboard. I've seen a Gucci price figure with a sturdier box. The ends of the packaging are almost unavoidable, but it's good that the blister is strong enough to protect the figure. After all, Sumi is still on the lower side of pricing, being 12k yen at retail. I paid an extra 3k yen for the extra face. Exclusive alternate faces always get a divided reaction from me. I don't like Altria Alta's alternate face, but considering I paid more for that, I just ended up displaying her with it. So for their Itsuki Nakano, I looked at alternate face and thought, yeah, I wouldn't like that. So I got her without it. But now there's a nagging feeling behind my head wishing for it, which is really annoying. For this Sumi, I saw her alternate face, thought it was adorable and proceeded. No regrets on this part. This figure is based on this official anime illustration. The whole falling down at the bowling alley pose is cute and true to the character, though I need to question how did the pins get there. There's a limit to being uwu clumsy, you know. The whole bowling alley setup is recreated in this circular base. There are no pegs or anything, you just place the figure directly on the base. Less secure than I hoped for, but it is what it is. The face sculpt is fantastic, but I can't say the same about the clothes sculpt, especially around the ribbon area where there are obvious jagged ends. The paintwork is a bit sloppy too, but I do love the use of gradients on her white shirt and socks, making the crease and folds looking semi-realistic. The skirts are used to prevent panty shot from the front, but you can still see it from below if you wish to. The whole structure really reminds me of the company's Senna Kashiwazaki, but they fortunately keep it simpler this time. Senna has awkward skirt parts placement and is also a cast-off for some reason. Cast-off part is a problem for Kotobukiya even until now, as seen in their Roxy Migurdia figure. All in all, I feel the figure is satisfactory for the price point, but I wouldn't pay a cent higher. I feel this is a better representation of Sumi character rather than a freeing bunny. She's still readily available at retail price now, so I find no reason not to pick this up if you are a Sumi fan.